closing out this year's CGI Rochester International Jazz Festival, saxophonist Immanuel Wilkins. Immanuel, welcome to Rochester.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Is this your first time playing here?
Yes, this is. Yep.
So last time we saw each other was a year ago, Newport. That's right. Not much has changed.
Yeah, exactly. still trying to make some music. Still on the road. So it's a good thing. It's good.
So seriously though, Immanuel, so the album came out, you were able to tour with it. How was it that you were able to tour with it? Because all the restrictions, all the stop and goes, all the issues with travel and performing and everything else that we were dealing with then and now. So how have you been able to keep your sanity as well as continue to present music?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean a lot of just I guess Zen modes of thinking where I'm just kind of relaxing where I can and getting in where I can fit in. And a lot of traveling by trains, less flying. I hate flying, so I'm like, the more trains I can take, the more relaxed I'll be.
Why rail travel for you and riding trains and stuff like that?
Actually, flying it's just too much rigmarole. It's like security, and then it's always like really early flights. Whereas trains, it's usually later lobby calls. I gotta wake up later, and yeah, less to go through. Just less strenuous travel things, and also just I don't know. Flying takes a real toll on my body. I feel like that trains don't. So I love trains. I just like being able to look out the window and see things.
Are you able to create music while you're riding on the train?
That's a good question. I don't think I've ever. Sometimes, but it's really rare that I write something on the train. Usually, I'm like editing things on the train. I do a lot of a lot of cleaning up on the train, but not much full writing. Sometimes though, I get a song or two out.
Speak with Immanuel Wilkins. Immanuel, what have you been checking out for music these days, whether it's inside or outside of jazz?
Jerry Allen with Charlie Hayden and Paul Motion. I've been listening to Chew Berry a lot. I've also been listening to the new Drake record. Beyonce just dropped a single out, so I feel like the whole world is listening to that. The new Kendrick record, I've been listening to that. But I don't know why. For like right now, I've been checking out a lot of pop music that came out. But yeah, that and then like really old music. So
Chew Berry or Drake?
Exactly. Yeah, I think I'm going with Chew Berry. The Drake record's cool, but if we're talking for my headphones, Chew Berry.
Why?
Man, Chew Berry is a genius. The songs sound different. The Drake record, I would prefer to listen to in the club. If I'm in the club, I'm not trying to listen to Chew Berry. No Chew Berry for the club. But the new Drake record, totally for the club. But Chew Berry in my headphones, he's just such a nuanced musician, harmonically just so thorough, and plays just such great improvisations in the late 20s, 30s. He's one of my favorites.
So, Immanuel Wilkins walks in the club. What's the vibe like? Because we live in a whole nother world now. Whereas 2019, it could be a different vibe. But now, 2022.
What's the vibe like? Well, I love hanging. So, it's a party. I hope it's a party. If I'm walking in the club, usually I'm hanging with my friends and just trying to have a good time and whatever. But I think the social aspect of the music of living is super important. And in an alternate universe, or maybe in this universe later down the road, I'll throw like huge after parties after gigs. I would love to do that.
Invite me. We'll come. Yeah, right, Dan? Immanuel Wilkins. Hey, man, thank you for all the work. Before we close up, you got another project coming up, I hear. What's that going to be about?
You heard I have another project coming up?
As a rumor.
Man, I always got a lot of projects coming up. Right now, I'm working on a collaboration with an artist. This is a solo performance I'll be doing in Chelsea at the art foundation called DIA. And that'll be in March 5th at some point. And then I have I'm always writing new music and thinking about new projects for my quartet. We've been together for, I think, 5 going on 6 years now, so there's a lot to be done there, and that's my kind of primary voice of creating. So that one of my band members is outside heckling me currently. So
who's in the band, by the way, for folks who don't know?
Tonight we got Kwaku Sumbri on the drums. We have Micah Thomas at the piano and Rick Rosado at the bass.
I'll let you get into the shenanigans and do your thing.
Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Amen.